Jordan, it seems like everybody's had a lot of good things to say about your camp performance so far. Just how do you feel like you've done through this first week?
I feel like I've done well. You know, I'm out there having fun, playing football, learning a lot of positions, and just playing the game that I love. So,
well, how much just different do you feel now than maybe you did, going into this time a year ago?
Oh, yeah, this huge difference. Like, I can tell, like I said last time, my explosiveness, my IQ, just being in with Coach Mick, Coach Walt, they really upped up my game. So,
what do you think it is that's been that biggest difference for you just going from year 2 to year 3?
Probably my physicality and my matchmaking, like matching routes and stuff like that. I'd probably say that's what I learned because Coach Walt, he really works on our eyes and stuff like that. So being in there with him is really paying off.
You had one corners coach the first year. Now you're finally in a system for the second year. How much better do you feel now, knowing the defense a little better, even in the second year in the system?
For sure, yeah. For me, like last year, I only knew corner, but now I know corner and nickel, like run fits and et cetera and stuff like that. So it's going to pay off.
Do you want to work at nickel?
Wherever they put me at, I just like playing football. That's really it.
What have you liked about nickel when you played it?
I like hitting people. You hit people more at nickel, so probably that.
Is it different when you're playing inside versus outside, or do you feel like it translates pretty smoothly?
It translates pretty smoothly because corner, it could be harder to guard at the cornerback position, but playing nickel, you can know where your leverage is and your help. So having that really helps me. So.
Was it frustrating last season to hear them all season kind of talking about how much you could help them, except you couldn't help them? Do you understand what I'm asking there?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there was only so much I could do last year, like coming off my injury. There's only so much I could do. I can run as fast as I can now or anything like that. So I'm in a position to help our team win.
I was just asked because when you came back, it seemed like you still weren't yourself, right? Like what weren't you able to do still on a field even when you came back last season?
Probably just explode. That's really it. And people don't realize that, like, I didn't have camp. I didn't practice 8 weeks. I just got thrown in the fire. But I'm thankful to be thrown in that fire because I learned from those games, and now it's better off now. So.
How frustrating is it to be able to run but not explode? Like
yeah.
For an athlete, that's got to be just like infuriating, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You're healthy, but you can't explode.
For sure, it is. But then last year I had to learn how to beat them to spots and stuff like that. So putting that on top of my explosiveness now kind of just works out.
Jordan, you guys hear a lot, I'm sure, like there wasn't an interception among the cornerbacks last year.
Yeah.
You guys talk about that internally? How much does that motivate you guys to know, like, there's a spotlight on your position group this year that maybe is unfair considering all the things you guys went through a year ago, but do you guys talk about the outside perception of this group?
Not really. I mean, we just know it's all about the cornerback room together. But we're going to bounce back. No interception is kind of crazy, but this year it's going to be a turnaround.
Like Tommy and Steele each had an interception a year ago. Do they remind you guys of that?
Nah, they don't. They're humble guys, but we know deep down like what it is.
How much time in nickel are you doing these days? You mentioned you're playing multiple spots, but you got like how much time?
Pretty much both corner and nickel. So I'll go corner, then I'll go nickel on some stuff. So I don't know the percentages, but I'm getting both.
Are you learning with Perry too, as well as Tim? Are you kind of cross training a little bit?
Cross training. Yep. Coach E's getting me right, and Coach Walt, he also knows nickel too. So Coach Walt teaches me the technique and the GAs as well.
Seems like Cam, you, Jair, even Ryan. It seems like a lot of you guys are starting to train both nickel and corner. Is that something that you guys have all kind of worked together at? To, being able to know both corner and nickel.
It just happened naturally. Like us being second-year vets in the defense, we just knew every other position. So that's really what happened. So it just happened naturally.
Do you do more of that cross training than in spring?
Pardon?
Are you doing more of that cross training than you did in spring?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you start to feel some urgency as a third-year guy, especially one who, as you were saying, like you haven't had a chance to get on the field and really be yourself yet?
Nah, I'm just moving at my own pace, but it's a different type of urgency for sure. Like, I know I can't do or mess up on stuff like how I could my freshman year or anything like that. So, yeah, it's a different type of urgency, different type of pace and speed.
When Davison got here, how did that help push you? Did it help push you in any way?
Yeah, he teaches me a lot of stuff. You know, he moves like a vet. He doesn't play around at all. He comes in here working, so that really does push me in. We feed off each other's energy.
Jordan, for you, just you may have been asking just the importance of getting a full off season after being in and out with the hamstring.
Yeah, you know, I got a full off season last year, but I just wasn't physically ready. But this year, put on good weight, Coach Mick. So it's a huge difference for sure. I feel it.
How do you feel it? Is it physically? Do you feel it like reps wise on the field? How do you feel it?
My speed for sure.
Do you remember how your hamstring last fall camp? Like, is it like in your mind? Like, you remember the moment?
Do I remember the moment?
Yeah.
Oh, it was guarding the route. Yeah, it was guarding the route.
Had you ever had a hamstring injury before?
Nah.
Did you think it would be more temporary than it was?
Yeah, I did, but you know, I'm happy to be here now. So.
Do you do stuff now?
Last couple questions.
Like extra stretching or things like that?
For sure, I stay on it now, but it's fully healed, so I don't really have to do as much recovery as I did when I was trying to get back into the rhythm.
What's your understanding of what they're thinking about with you at the nickel? That you could be the nickel, that it's going to be sub packages that get moved around? What's your concept of why they're training you there?
I really don't know. They just know I can play every position, and I got the body type, IQ, and just the physicality to play any position in the secondary. So.
Jordan, Denzel said he wanted to take this offseason as like a pro, with a pro type of program. What have you seen that's different from him this offseason, or been maybe different from the past?
Speaking up on little things, when maybe young guys step out of hand, he'll speak up, and that's going to make our room even better. So he's being a really good leader for our squad.
Did you guys welcome Davison with open arms when he showed up? I mean, how does that work in the quarterback room?
Yeah, we welcome him in, like, but he's different though. Like, you know, he was all about his stuff. He came in ready to work, so you know, it was easier to let him in.
Can you tell he's played a season? I mean,
yeah.
How does that show up?
For sure, just IQ. He's not in there not knowing or go a play without thinking about what's going on.
Yeah.
He has good IQ. So.
And do you like the idea there could be 3 corners on the field at a time this year on occasion?
Yeah. I mean,
what does that tell you about the progress, I guess, of your room? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be cool. You know, we all love football, so any position we're at, we're going to excel at. So.